Will, there's also some other movements in the world of the ACLJ, also in the world of the Supreme Court.
This is an interesting decision that came out of the Supreme Court. And I think a lot of people are looking at this wondering if this is going to foretell at all how the Supreme Court will rule on those universal injunctions issue. Remember, that was before the court just a few weeks back. Jordan was in D.C. with the Attorney General of West Virginia, who we worked with, representing them before the court in a brief, calling out these district court judges that are issuing these universal injunctions covering the entire country and trying to put a stop to the president's agenda through lawfare, effectively. But what came out last night from the court was a stay. They had stayed a district court's decision. It was an injunction placed by the lower court, by a district court judge in Boston, someone who had been actually only confirmed very late during the lame duck session after the November presidential election last year. He was confirmed in December, and he was blocking the president and the administration from deporting illegal immigrants to a third-party country instead of back to their own home. Now, why would this matter? Well, when you look at some of the people that are picked up, like over the weekend, 11 criminal migrants that were here illegally from Iran, some former IRGC members. Do you think Iran is going to take back their illegal immigrants right now? Probably not. So sometimes if you want to deport them, you have agreements with other countries that they could go to instead of to their home country. The lower court blocked that and said you can't do it, put in all these other stipulations to try and stop this, but it was appealed up to the Supreme Court by the administration. This is the Department of Homeland Security versus Murphy. And last night, they put out a stay, granting the stay on the injunction. It's almost like in Uno, like if you play a reverse card and then you play another reverse card, so it goes boom, boom, like that. That's what happens.
It's actually not in the rules.
Oh, you can't double reverse?
You can't double. There's a lot of conversation around this.
Oh.
So this is the hot topic I'd like to move into
That's
today.
always how I've played. I thought it was a good analogy,
Someone
Logan.
needs to read the book that it comes with, because you can't double reverse. You can't reverse a reverse. And you certainly can't. I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, in my way, we play Uno.
In your
you
family's
can.
Uno.
So the district court reversed the administration, and then the Supreme Court has now reversed that by placing a stay on that injunction. And what they are saying is that this stay will remain in place pending the disposition of the appeal in the United States District Court of Appeals for the First Circuit and the disposition of a petition for writ of cert at the Supreme Court. If cert is denied, so if the Supreme Court doesn't take the full case, the stay goes away and the district court remains in place. If it is granted, the stay shall terminate upon the final judgment of the court. This appears to be a 6-3 decision. It's an unsigned order. However, we can ascertain this from the three that wrote a dissent. That is Sotomayor, Kagan, and Justice Jackson. The three more liberal members of the court dissented, saying this is a terrible thing to issue this stay. But why does it matter broadly? One, right now, the Supreme Court has said that the Trump administration can move forward with deporting individuals to third party.
So it's not on hold.
But also the fact that they put a stay on a broad injunction like that could be telling how they may be ruling in the coming days. Because, by the way, Supreme Court term is coming up. It's ending soon. We will have a decision in that case within probably the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, they got to go on summer vacation.
That's right.
You know, it is weird that they have a summer vacation. Thinking about it.
Right. Why?
Why do they have a summer vacation?
I understand in like the 1800s, maybe why.
Do you? Why?
I don't know.
They got to go back to feed them hogs?
Well, a lot of D.C. was out. That's why there were recesses.
Why do we give them these recesses?
It took so long to travel back to, if you're a representative in Kansas and you were going by
Wells Fargo, Pony Express. Yeah. Creating unsigned orders.
Well, we've got this. It's we are looking forward for that case that we filed in representing the state of West Virginia on whether or not the Supreme Court will limit these very broad, universal injunctions that are being issued by district courts. We'll see how that plays out. But if this is an indicator, and people are always trying to divine things out of other issues that the Supreme Court hands down, but if this is any indicator, it could seem that they are ripe to put a limit on these universal injunctions.
People think we're fighting again because of the Uno.
No, that was fun.
No, they said having his spats is because in real life they fight. And
Actually, not.
Yeah, we fight more on the show than we do in real life. Reverse.
We've also never played Uno together, to my knowledge.
Ever?
So,
I play a lot of Uno.
But I don't know that you and I have ever played
mainly
Uno.
with the children.
Right. I don't think you and I play a lot of
We don't
card
have man
games
night.
together.
We're like, what do you want to do? I don't know. You want to
two-person Uno.
Fancy a game of Uno? We are so excited to announce the ACLJ's brand new app, completely redesigned to provide you with the best tools available to partner with us at the ACLJ. You can watch the daily Seculo program, sign the petitions, customize your ACLJ membership experience, donate with the click of a button, and receive up-to-the-minute critical updates that the mainstream media can't censor. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to your phone's app store, search ACLJ, and click install. It's that simple.